You know, guys, I was gonna open these. It's Sunday. Tomorrow I have my ACL surgery, and I was just gonna, before, you know, I'm down for that, I wanted to open up these wheels. And I was like, you know what, I should really open this up with you guys, because anybody who's in the really ATV or dirt bike space and side-by-sides, OMF is huge. I would say that at least in the sport quad space, OMF is probably the best. So I just thought it would be special to open these up together. I haven't seen these yet. I showed a picture in the last video, but in person, I have not seen them. We've got fronts and rears. I don't know what these are gonna look like. I have not seen the front ones. Let's put this down and we'll open one front and one rear together. Let's do the front. I'm not sure if these are gonna be bead locks. The back ones I know are bead locks. Oh, they're bead locks. Oh my God. This is the second set of OMFs I've ever had. The first set I got for the 250R, and they were not as special as this. I mean, they were nice, but these are really, really special. I know that a lot of people, they don't get to experience stuff like this, so I try to share this experience with you guys as much as I possibly can. The color. He matched him perfectly. It looks just like, I mean, he used the same color codes and everything, so. Oh, dude, I don't even want to, this is like a work of art. Man. It's not even sunny out and the color still pops. Okay, I'm just sitting here staring at this stuff. Let's open up a back one. Look at the deep dish. These are wide rims, dude. These are gonna look really, really good. Wait till they get the tires on them, man. Oh, man. So he's got the Baja ring in the back. I was slightly left in the dark. I worked with Bones at OMF, and we were working together, and he said, I really would like to put my own touch and kind of do them in my style. And I said, dude, I'm gonna trust you. Because you guys know how I am with my designs and stuff. I'm very particular. I know that Bones has good taste as well, and he did not disappoint. These look really, really good. And again, when we get the tires on there, we'll really get an idea of what these are gonna look like. Oh my gosh. Now they actually have the instructions right on the barrel of the rim. It says wheels and tires should only be mounted by a qualified person using proper safety equipment, including a tire inflation safety cage, clip-on air chuck, and an extended whip hose. The pressure regulator set to a maximum of 25 pounds. Do not inflate tire to excess of 25 PSI. Always lubricate the bead and wheel before attempting to seat the bead. Never stand, lean, or reach over or near tire rim assembly during inflation. Never use flammable substances to seat beads. We've done that here before. Failure to follow the instructions or proper procedures may cause serious injury or death. My God. OMF Performance Products Incorporated assumes no responsibility for damage, injury, or death resulting from improper use or installation techniques. I'm sure that that's there for a reason. I would bet that there's a story behind that, and then that's like a cover your ass kind of thing. So we've got the traditional beadlock ring on the outside with these little slots here. These are called the drain lock, if I'm not mistaken. And essentially that will drain, if you've ever had beadlock rims, if this gets filled with like mud and water, or even if you're just washing it, a lot of times you'll get water will just sit in here, and if you don't get that out, you get a stain every single time after the quad's just sitting there. So these drain locks will let the water flow out of there, which is really nice. On the back, we've got the reinforcement, the Baja ring, and then in the center, you can see that billet hub, and it's got custom CNC machining in there. Again, the exact color codes on our frame for the rest of this build. So this is gonna be a perfect match. It's gonna look so sick. And then we've got the black zinc hardware. You could get black or you could get the gold zinc. We've got the black on here for now. Might switch that up, not sure. I've got a couple ideas with that. I do wanna weigh these things because you know me with my weights. Got the Scale of Doom 2.0. Look at this bench, dude. We got all the gadgets out today, man. Nice, beautiful, sunny day now. It looked like it was gonna rain for a second there. I don't know what's going on. We got the Scale of Doom 2.0. We've got the turntable. I mean, this is all, we're bringing out the best of the best for the OMF wheels. And now keep in mind, these aren't necessarily lightweight rims. Not really, I wouldn't choose these if you were trying to build like a drag race. Well, it really depends. But we went for strength. These are, we're going for strength. This is a cross country or woods build. So just keep that in mind. Although for beadlocks, they're actually pretty freaking light. So you get kind of the best of both worlds with OMF. They're light and super strong. Let's do the back wheel first. I mean, they're really not that heavy. I'm gonna, I don't know, we'll just put it on there. I don't feel like guessing. 7.94 pounds. I think a regular wheel is like between 5 and 6 pounds. Just happen to have these kicking around here. This is pretty much the same size rim. It's a 10-inch and everything. And this is a Douglas Red Label. So this is not the lightest rim. A Red Label is a .190. I think that's actually what those are made out of. They just add the rings and everything. But let's see what the Red Label. 5.22. It's kind of hard seeing this upside down. So 5.22. So it's about 2.5 pounds heavier per side. So you're getting super strong wheels, but you're adding about 5 pounds just to the back end alone. And it's rotational mass, so that's all stuff to be taken into consideration. But when it comes to building something that's durable and rims, it's gonna make sense to do that. Now let's check the front rim out. Should be like half the weight of the back one. 5.1 pounds, not bad. I don't have a front rim here, but I would guess that a front rim weighs in the 4-pound range. So this is probably like, I would guess this is about 1.5 pounds heavier per wheel in the front. But again, you're getting the dual or a single beadlock rim in the front, and then there's no reinforcement ring on the back. I don't know that they even do reinforcement rings on the front because of the brakes and the hubs and whatnot. But man, what a freaking awesome looking wheel. And of course we've got our Maxxis Razor tires. These came from partzilla.com. I love Maxxis Razors. I've run them on quite a few machines. They're just really good tires. I think they grip just right and they slide just right. There are 20 by 11 by 10s. I think they're 6-ply. The Razors, they're either 6 or 8-ply. Oh, they're 4-ply. I was wrong. Well, anyways, that's actually good because if it's a 4-ply, we'll at least be saving a little bit of weight. The more the ply is, typically the heavier the tire. You're making it thicker. But Maxxis Razors don't usually pop on me. Maybe these will, who knows. We got the front Razors also right here. And then I'm curious to see what the entire rotating assembly is gonna weigh on this quad. Oh man, does this look freaking awesome or what? These are by far the coolest rims that I have ever put on any machine. I know this is gonna be controversial, man, but I decided to go 50-50 with the bolts. So I was talking to Bones from OMF and he was like, you want black or yellow zinc? So the black or gold. And I was like, you know, I think that black would probably look the best. And he agreed. And I kind of had this idea in my mind of doing a 50-50 split. So kind of like when you have the white walls painted on your tires, you know, as a car goes, I think that's a really cool look, or a quad, whatever. I think it might have like that little half moon effect. I did the inside and outside bolts. And we'll see. I can always change it. I've got hardware for both. I think it looks pretty freaking cool though. I have the billet lug nuts here that should match really nice. And then I've got our bronze Cerakoted hub. Just for shits and giggles, I want to throw it in there and we'll kind of get an idea of the color scheme of with the bronze hub in there and stuff. And then I think we can call it good. We can set these aside. I can't wait to get this stuff together, man. This is going to look so good with the graphics and the color scheme of this build. Oh man, it's getting exciting. These are the original hubs. Had them Cerakoted at Bonehead Performance. And then these are GPS lug nuts. They're billet aluminum, 7075. So they are lighter than stock and they're just as strong. I put these on the Banshee and the 250R and I had no problems with them. Oh yeah, dude. It is gonna be really difficult taking this thing off-roading and getting it dirty, man. This thing is like a work of art. You didn't think I'd forget about weighing these damn things, did you? I just happen to have the original takeoffs. Now, these are smaller tires and they're on lighter, they're thin rims with no beadlock. These should be significantly lighter. Kind of just doing this out of curiosity. What do we got? 14.34 for the front wheel. Our OMF, 14.34. I don't know, dude, it doesn't feel that much heavier. What? 14.74? How can that be? That is really impressive. That's almost no gain. Like total, it's like less than a pound. Wow, I mean, that's awesome. Now the rear, is there like tire balls in these or something? I mean, this was set up for MX, it looks like. These are Razor MX tires, which are 2-ply, so that means they're really thin, and they're only 18s, and they're narrow. These should be significantly lighter. Non-beadlock rims, 14.66, 14.66. These ones, I mean, you can feel this has to be heavier, dude. 22.7, so, yeah. That's what happens when you go from an 18 2-ply to a 20 4-ply and a 9-inch rim to a 10-inch rim and a beadlock and a reinforcing ring. So we're adding a lot of structure and size. It just makes sense. The total difference is like 17 or 18 pounds, I think, total. I'll put the actual number on the screen. That's for all 4 wheels combined, the difference. But you know, you can't beat the look of these things, so no regrets. No regrets. Power Sports Nation and Partzilla are both sponsors of the channel, and it's where I get most of my parts from. Partzilla.com is my go-to source for OEM parts. They've got online schematics that make finding the part you need easy. They've also got you covered when it comes to gear like helmets and boots, any kind of oils and lubricants that your machine might need. Partzilla has quick shipping, and all orders over $150 ship for free. Now, if I'm looking for parts for a side-by-side like this Can-Am or for a utility ATV like a Sportsman, my go-to spot is going to be PowerSportsNation.com. If you don't see what you're looking for on the PowerSportsNation.com website, make sure to call in and let them know, because they're constantly getting new parts in every week and they just might have what you need. All parts come with a warranty and every order ships for free. I've been using Partzilla.com and Power Sports Nation for years, and I'm comfortable recommending them to you guys. If you're looking for a way to support me, the best way to do that is by using the companies that support what I do. Links to PowerSportsNation.com and Partzilla.com will be in the description below, as well as any other companies that are helping out with this 450R project. All right, let's get back to the video. Oh no. These freaking oh crap. These things go all over the place. Oh yeah. CP Carrillo piston, and I'm sure this is the cylinder. Oh yeah. And our gasket kit. Hell yes. All right, let me get rid of these freaking packing peanuts. This thing has been a long time coming, man. The Athena cylinders were on back order, and so were the Cylinder Works ones. I ordered it, and the company called me up. Oh, shit. And they told me there was like a 4-week wait period for these. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. We're waiting for other parts too. It's not that big of a deal. And 4 weeks went by. I called up. I was like, hey, is there any update on that cylinder kit? And he's like, man, not really sure when it's going to come. Athena's stuff is supposed to come pretty soon, but can't give you guarantees. Like, but we did get the Cylinder Works ones in, and I can swap it out if you want. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, brother. Send me the Cylinder Works. You gotta love pistons, man. I say this every single time that I get a piston. Pistons They're like jewelry for men. It's, you know, you could put that on your desk and it's like a talking piece. So we've got the Cylinder Works cylinder, which I'm actually glad that happened because the Athena ones are branded with Athena, and I don't want it to have the appearance of having a big bore kit. I kind of want it to look factory. So the Cylinder Works upgrade is actually pretty happy with that. These are supposed to be really good cylinders. They're Nicocil coated. It looks like it's stock, but it's actually going to be that 480 big bore. And then we've got a 13:1 compression ratio piston from CP Carrillo. Believe it or not, we can use pump gas with this. I'm not having a debate here. This is just something that I worked out with Jeff at OCP. The way that he works the cylinder head, this will be okay with 93 pump gas. So I'll be the guinea pig. How about that? To be honest with you, Jeff is such a professional. You know, anybody, all the people that recommended Jeff, they probably already know, like, he knows his shit. He knows what he's talking about. So we'll try it out. I didn't want to go super high compression and have to run race gas. I've been down that road so many times before, man. Unless it's like a drag racing build or something, it's just a pain in the ass to have to get racing gas. In this area, not only is it expensive, but you can't find it in stores. Like if I want to go riding tomorrow or whatever, I'd be like screwed because I'd have to go drive an hour away to get race gas, and then it's, you know, it's just a pain in the ass. So pump gas is the way to go. And then we've got the Cometic gaskets. Cometic is like second to OEM in my opinion. In some cases actually even better. And in case you're wondering why I even went with 13:1 compression ratio, you might be like, oh well, Mike, why didn't you just get a 12:1 or 11.5:1? Because then that wouldn't be, you know, we're bumping up against the limits here. Like literally the 13:1, at least from what I discussed with Jeff, the way that I'm configuring this engine, it was pretty much as high as I could go on the compression before requiring race gas. Like why would I go that risky and going so close to the edge? Like why not do the 12.5 or whatever? Well, the more compression that you have, typically you're going to have more torque. So I really want that torque for the trails. This is supposed to be a trail monster, and you know, when you're coming out of tight turns and stuff, or you know, from what I understand, the 450R, you know, I had a 450R, but it's been quite some time. They're kind of rev-happy machines, and they like to be raced. Well, this will at least give us a good amount of bottom-end torque and grunt so that you're not having to constantly shift and keep it way up on the RPMs. Even though I think this will be a rev-happy engine, putting the higher compression piston in there should maintain a good amount of torque. So that is my idea. And then we've got the bigger piston, and I'm keeping the stock rod length, so that'll keep our RPMs up. It should be a nice rev-happy engine, but also maintain the torque. I want like a nice all the way around power band that is real snappy and grunty down low, but again, you still have those high RPMs and everything and good horsepower so that when you get out into the straights and stuff, you can really eat a lot of people up. There's one other thing I wanted to share with you guys, this package right here from DHL. So this is a graphics kit for the Warrior. I'm 99% sure because every time I get stuff from Graphics Producer, it comes in a DHL package. I wanted to put this on in the last Warrior video where we took it for a ride. It just hadn't showed up yet. So I did want to share this with you guys though. It's a reproduction graphics kit. So I couldn't get the 2004 style graphics. And if you guys saw this Warrior, I mean, it is in beautiful condition. Everything is stock on it, and I want to preserve that. These guys do a phenomenal job with the graphics, man. The 450R graphics, if you guys saw the last 450R video, I had 3 different styles of them, but I didn't have the traditional glossy ones. And I said, oh, they're just not on the table. I can't believe this happened, but I think they actually accidentally got thrown away. They're, you know, they come in cardboard and stuff, and they were kind of like stacked near a bunch of the, when I get all these parts and stuff for a build, like when I'm, you know, doing the 450R, I get tons of boxes and everything, and you break them all down and throw them away. And these were sitting in between the 2 pieces of flat cardboard near the boxes, and they got recycled. And I still can't believe it happened. But I called up Mike from Graphics Producer, and I told him about it, and he's like, dude, shit happens. And he's sending another set of the gloss. These guys are just awesome. Anyways, let's get a look at these. These should be pretty simple because the OEM graphics aren't like super complex or anything. This is the hood decal, some random decal. Not sure exactly where these go. I'm gonna have to look at some pictures. Yamaha decal. I think those go in the rear fender or maybe the front fender. I'm not sure. I think these are the rear. Those are the rear decals for the rear fender. And the 356 speed. Those are like the coolest stickers that go like, I call it the kicker on the side, you know, where your boots rub. It's pretty simple, man, but that's what we needed to complete that project, to make it look like it's 100% brand new. All right, let's get started with our tank decals here. gonna take a little bit of lacquer thinner and wipe off these plastics. If you guys watched this video on the Warrior, there's like these little white speckles all over. I think that somebody at some point in time was like doing spray paint or something, and there's just little speckles of paint all over, and lacquer thinner will take that right off. It's white paint, so you can't really see it on these white plastics. So I'm just kind of wiping the whole thing down before I put any of these graphics on. They really made these just like OEM. They're pretty thin, just like the OEM graphics. You can order them thicker if you want, but if you want it to be like original, this is actually the most accurate way. That looks great. This is actually a great day to do this because it's so stinking hot out and we're in the sun. Usually after I put graphics on, I'll just run the heat gun over them, and that kind of, I guess you could say, activates the glue and really gets it to adhere nicely. But today, we won't even have to do that. Dude, it's amazing what a couple simple graphics will do to a machine. Like the overall appearance of this thing, it really makes it look so much better. This literally looks like something that was bought off the showroom floor and has just been sitting for a really long time, and then, you know, never really had that many hours on it. And actually, that's probably what it really is. The only thing that's missing, I think there's a Yamaha logo that goes here and here. And I think I can actually get those brand new OEM. So I'll probably order those ones, but otherwise, I mean, this thing looks awesome. So sadly, this is probably ready to go up for sale now, but yeah. All right, guys, well, I gotta, tomorrow morning, first thing, I gotta go in and get my leg taken care of. So this will be it for this one. I have other videos. I've been getting computer work in the works so that I can get videos out for you guys, even with the downtime of the leg. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate all you guys for watching. Please let me know in the comment section below what you think of these graphics, what you think of those OMF wheels, and do I keep the 50/50 gold and black zinc, the yellow and black zinc? Does that look good, or is that kind of corny? I don't even know. So I appreciate all you guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.